People only remember the version of you that entertained them. They remember the laugh, not the life. They remember the meme, not the man. That's cool. Tonight, I'm cashing out the truth.
Born in a wind, cold floor, no name. System had me early, life played its game. Raised by echo, whispers through the wall. No one to catch me if I'd ever fall. Just a number case file on a shelf. Learn real quick, gotta save myself. Smoke in the alley, dreams in the rain. Blues in my blood, raised out the pain. Ain't no fairy tales where I come from. Just a porch light, late night on the run. Born in 99, last breath of that wind. Raised by the struggle, no next of kin. Ain't no angel, smoke in the dark. A broken
By 10, I was daytime TV's favorite experiment. Tiny blazer, big opinions. In my neighborhood, they called me Lil Montel. On mainstream reruns, I was Baby Donahue. Cute little know-it-all with the catchphrase. I had my own talk shows, game shows, commercials, special guest spots on the hottest sitcoms. Any channel, any network. Turn on the TV, and there I was. America loves a cute, wise kid until he grows up. Puberty showed up like a bill in the mail. Overnight, the awe factor bounced. The networks tried to reboot the talk shows and sitcoms, all canceled after a season or two. Then, the calls just stopped. So I flipped it myself, launched a celebrity therapy podcast. It blew up, #1 in the world. Everybody came through, rappers, pop stars, actors, comedians, until that Nina the Ballerina episode. Hip-hop's pop princess. Oh, dramatic-ass bitch. She couldn't handle the truth. I told her her crown was heavy because it was hollow, that she was selling happiness she didn't even own. She broke down crying, on air. Her cult fan base pressed the red button on my name. The public canceled me, and I disappeared from the spotlight. But truth don't cancel, people do. Off camera, I stayed moving. While they climbed my old clips, I skipped grades. The hate was loud, but my work was louder. Early graduation, early mornings. By 21, licensed. Youngest therapist in the room. They mistook my silence for an ending. I was just sharpening my blade where they couldn't see. That's how prodigies grow, in the dark. Group practices scooped me up for marketing. The kid all grown up. My face filled their billboards. My name booked their calendars. But my mind sat quiet in the back. I knew exactly what it was. They weren't buying therapy. They were renting nostalgia. So, I posed for the selfies, let them reminisce. The checks cleared, and the pay was damn good. But I wasn't made for memories. I was made for momentum. Then the world shut down. The waiting rooms emptied. The offices folded. They called it the orange fog. Whole streets went silent, doors locked, blinds drawn. Breathing felt like a gamble. So I pivoted. Pixels instead of people. Therapy through the fog. And out of nowhere, old clips crawled out the archive, started breathing again. People remembered a kid. They still didn't know the man. So I learned to breathe in the fog until it cleared, and I came out wiser than I went in. They called me Lil Montel. They called me Baby Donahue. But none of them ever called me by my real name, Malika Takoa. That's me. That's the name my parents left behind. Not that I got to know them. They were gone before I could walk. By the time I could talk, I was already another case file. I was a foster kid, an orphan, passed around like a bill nobody wanted to pay. Every home looked at me like a paycheck, not a child, until the day I got discovered. Local block party talent show, neighborhood stage, one mic, one shot. That was my rescue, but not the kind you dream of. I didn't get family, I got fame. I didn't get love, I got contracts. Almost like a Black Annie, except Annie got adopted. Me, I got syndicated. A little kid in a blazer, cash cow for the cameras. Now I own the story. I walk in my own skin. I live outside their labels. I outgrew the box they tried to keep me in, and I turned survival into identity. I'm Malika Takoa, but you can call me Mr. 19Hunnit. The last real 90s baby.